Merry Christmas everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this best ever fruitcake recipe. This is a no-fail recipe, you guys, and I'm so excited because this is a straightforward method. This is not the regular creaming method. This is the boiling method of making fruitcake, and it is a banger. Before we dive right into the video, in case you're not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. You can also turn on your post notifications bell to get notified whenever I post videos. I post videos weekly. Now let's dive right into the video. As usual, the full ingredient list and their quantities are going to be in the description box, so please check it out. I'm using some dried raisins. These are not soaked or anything. I'm also using almond nuts. You can use any nuts you want. I'm using brown sugar. I recommend you use brown sugar. I'm also going to be using some all-purpose flour. Please make sure you sift that. I'm using some nutmeg. I'm also going to be using some cinnamon. The spices that you can use are varied. I'm going to leave alternatives in the description box. I'm also going to be using a bit of salt. I'm using some ginger powder. I love ginger. And I'm also going to be using some eggs. I'm also going to be using some butter. I'm also going to be using a bit of lemon. I'm using the zest of the lemon, not the actual lemon, so if you have zest already you can use it. Then I'm also going to be using some freshly squeezed orange juice. You want to make sure it's fresh. Now to start off, I'm going to start by combining my brown sugar, my dried raisins. I'm also going to add my freshly squeezed orange juice inside the pot. Then I am going to also add my butter. As you can see, I have cubed up my butter just to make it easier to cook and just to make sure that everything is faster. So what I'm just going to do now is to mix this and combine thoroughly. We are going to be boiling this for 30 good minutes on medium heat. Please use medium heat, don't use too high heat or anything. You do not need that. This is what it looks like after 5 minutes. Also, you want to make sure that you keep on stirring at intervals to make sure that it does not burn, or to also make sure that everything is properly incorporated. So after 5 minutes, that's what it looks like, and then this is what it looks like after 20 minutes. As you can see, it's already boiling. It's like this is coming to a rolling boil, which is what you're looking for, but you also want to make sure that this process is slow. So after 30 minutes, this is what we look like. As you can, what it looks like, as you can see, it's looking a little bit thicker than when we started. This is what you're also looking for. Now I'm just going to set that aside and allow to cool. While that is cooling, I'm going to be preparing my dry ingredients. So basically all I'm just going to do is mix all the dry ingredients together in a bowl like this. Then I'm going to mix that and combine. Again, I want to emphasize on the fact that you should sift your flour. Always sift your flour because you're going to get better results. After doing that, I'm going to set that aside, and then for our almond nut, I'm just going to be breaking it like this. You can use a food processor, but I did not want to do that. That's why I'm using knife. So you can do whatever you want. You can also use walnuts or any other nuts that you'd like. After it has finished cooling, which took somewhere around 1 hour, now I'm going to go in with my eggs. I already broke them, obviously. Then I'm just going to add the zest of the lemon. You want to make sure that you're getting the zest proper, and you want to make sure that it's as much as you can get, because it's also going to add to the flavor of the fruit cake. Now all I'm just going to do is mix this and combine thoroughly. As you can also notice, or as you will also notice, we're not using any enhancers, like any flavor enhancers or anything like that. We're not using vanilla or anything, because the fruit cake just has its own natural or its own flavor to it, and we don't want to alter that. Now I'm going to add some of my flour. I'm also going to add the almond nuts, and then all I'm just going to do is mix that. As you can also see, I am mixing with my spatula. I am not using a hand mixer or anything, because with this one you don't want to over mix. You just want to be very careful. Just fold it in gently. It shouldn't take so much time. After folding it gently until you don't see any flour, then you're going to add the other or the remaining flour, and then you're also going to repeat the same exact process. If you over mix this, it is going to make your cake dense, and it's not going to give you the best fruit cake result that you're looking for. Also, the reason that I'm doing this method is because this method is preferred for children, or preferred for the family actually. So children can eat this cake, adults can eat this cake, elderly ones can eat this cake. It does not contain any alcohol whatsoever. After mixing that, I'm going to transfer that into my baking pan that I have lined with parchment paper. It is advised to actually line your baking pan with parchment paper, just so your cake does not burn and the sides are not looking very brown than they are actually supposed to. I'm just going to transfer that into the bowl, and then I'm also going to spread that evenly. With this cake, you just want to make sure that everything is perfect, right? I mean, perfection is not attainable, but just make sure that you're doing the little things and here and there, because that's what is going to help the cake or help you get the results you're looking for. I'll bake that in the oven at 300 degrees for 1 hour 30 minutes. Yes, that's a long time, but that is what we are looking for. And after 1 hour 30 minutes, this is what our cake looks like. I'm just going to remove the parchment paper and I'll allow this to cool overnight. Because of the amount of fruit and raisins and everything that we have in this, it's going to take a long time to cool, so I just decided to cool it overnight. I mean, you don't have to be in a hurry, especially if you're making this early enough before Christmas. After that, I am now going to serve this. You guys, this thing was so good. Please, if you like the video, do not forget to give the video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to leave a comment. This is very important to you guys. Love you guys so much. Merry Christmas again. Bye.